Are you good? If not, let's get good. This is Panoptica, my City Skyline Circular City series, and in this episode we will be continuing to convert our city's economy over to high-tech. We're gonna start grabbing these buildings and moving them. We'll put him right out there. Let's grab Chirper HQ and move it over here. Chirper HQ is one of the things I got off Steam Workshop. It's really kind of a nice, nifty little property value increaser. But it's also just cool to have because it fits with the game's lore. I know that sounds really nerdy, but hey, I am a nerd. And then we'll come over and grab what is left. The Fountain of Life and Death. And we're just going to put it anywhere we can in here, because really, in this area, it's just about raising property values with these. That is a high-density residence, so that's obviously not going to be moved. Okay, so we have moved all of those over, and now all that's left is to fix our current commercial issue by spraying down a whole bunch of high-density commercial right here. I don't know why there are still vestiges of residential zoning hanging on, but there are. So I'm just going to wipe it clean real quick, and then we'll lay down high-density commercials all throughout this wheel. Alright, so that should take off on its own in just a second. And how are we on industrial? We are fine on industrial. Nobody cares about industrial. We just want commercial zoning right now. So let's just see if those take off. And we should see our power grid start to spread a little bit there. We should be absolutely fine on power because of our incinerators. Yeah, our production is so ridiculously high right now that we could probably go in and destroy a whole bunch of these and not worry about it. But I'm not going to do that just yet because we're still waiting for everything to start growing in before we try to stabilize. Ooh, that is a bad sign though. That looks like the incinerators are not being powered. That's because I just removed some of them. Okay, so now the incinerators are being powered again. And I'm debating whether we want to build something to try to stretch the power a little bit. I guess we can run something sort of over here, just to sort of help these grids get up. And let's take a look over here. Okay, so as you can see, the only need we have right now is commercial. That is currently being filled. People are moving in happily. What in the world? Not enough electricity. How is there not enough Oh, I bet you the grid just isn't touching there yet. Yeah, the grid is just not touching there yet, so we'll go ahead and throw down a line. There's going to be a lot of messy power lines during this conversion process, but as it gets going, we can start to remove some of those, like that one right there can pretty much go now. I'll just go ahead and take that out, except I have to be careful because I do not want to hit a road. If I hit a road, I will be very sad. Okay, cool, we got it. Did not hit a road, did not screw everything up, that's a good thing. Let's just let it keep ticking now. Come on guys, let that thing grow. I'm actually surprised this is not growing so much faster right now. It's probably because our residential is slow because I didn't spray this down yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and spray this down. Just nice and quick, nice and dirty rather. Once both of these residential zones start to really take off, I'm going to go ahead and remove that one and replace it with high densities, but for right now that is like our sort of control part of this little experiment. And I really don't want to risk losing the last 3,000 population that we have playing with that. We are down to only 43,000 though, and we are losing money insanely quickly. What in the world? Why is there no growth in the town right now? What am I missing? What did I do wrong? Let's take a look. We have coverage. Everything seems good. Oh, I know what I'm missing. That's what I'm missing. That is probably one of the bigger issues. Okay, so now that we have this side, we need a couple of things to make this work well. I want to add a road right here that connects these. That'll give people a way to go straight through to work. I would go with a larger road, but we can't. The only one that it'll let me build there is a 2-lane. And then we also need to take a look at our bus system, because currently our bus system doesn't realize that this part of the system exists. So I'm going to take this and drag it over here. Ooh, wonderful. I was not aware that it would do that. That's kind of perfect. So we'll drag another spot right down here. And we'll do what we did before, where we just put one on each of these little corners. And then instead of having it wrap up there, we'll have it come over here, stop at that corner, make sure we add stops in on the main area. And then we'll just keep dragging it out until we get, oh, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Until we get a similar line to what we had before all of this, which is basically just like that. Okay, cool. Now we just basically pull these down, and we have a... Why are you being finicky with me, bus lines? So yeah, I'm just trying to get these bus lines working. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom ahead to when they're finished, and then I will show them to you guys and explain how they all work. Okay, so that's all finished. What I've done is gone in and built these bus lines out just like we did in the other circles. So now we should have a connecting bus line that can actually bring people to work. That's kind of a relevant thing. I think they may be used to using public transportation and may have been disappointed that they could not use it before. We will hopefully see that help and grow things out a lot more, but only time will tell. We are gaining people rather quickly. Now we just need the losses to stabilize quite a bit. You know what though, we can probably turn down a lot of our budgets right now. Actually, if I think about it that way. Yeah, see, we are way over on electricity and everything else under the sun, so I'm actually going to drop electricity down to like 50%, and water and sewage treatment is perfect, even though we don't really have sewage treatment. Well, I guess that's water. Let's see, incineration status is awesome. Do we actually need all of our incinerators? We do not. So I'm going to go in and... This is a nifty little feature. You can actually go in and shut these off. So I'm going to turn one or two of them off and see where that puts us on the trash issue. We're still way ahead, so I'm going to go ahead and shut another one off. Oh, it's not adjusted yet. Now it's adjusting. Still way ahead. Go ahead and shut that one off. And they were claiming to have sewage issues, and we have electricity issues now. We are hemorrhaging less money, though, so that's a good thing. So electricity needs to go up just a little bit. Let's bump it up to 70 to be safe. And water, we can bump up to 60. And I wonder how this would affect. The bigger the budget, the more buses are available. Oh, okay, that's what it is. So I'm just going to let it be. We'll see about that. Why are they... Building is turned off. Okay, that's fine. We want the building turned off. In fact, we could turn off a couple of more if we wanted to, but yeah, let's turn off this one. So we are still losing money, but we are gaining people rather quickly. And we're starting to see some more demand for industry, which is a good thing. Wow, this is really, really rough. When I was planning for this episode, I didn't have quite this much trouble making this conversion, but I also did it a lot more haphazardly there. I didn't do it as sort of methodically as I did it this time, so I'm actually surprised that it's coming out worse. I'm not sure why that is. Actually, I think I know why that is. I think originally when I pulled the industry out of here, I built high-density residential zones right here to make up the difference a lot sooner. So we basically stopped losing money a lot sooner when I did it in the planning run earlier. That's okay though, we are starting to stabilize, money is still going down, that's not a good thing. We need to find a way to get some more money, so let's take a look at taxes. I know this is bad, but I'm not going to super hike them up, I'm just going to bring them up to about 13%. That seems pretty fair. Oh, these are zone specific, no wonder we're not making any money, we're not taxing the right zones. Bring that up to 12, bring that up to 12. And bring that up to 12, and see where that puts us. One of the other things I'm going to do is I'm going to come into our city policies because we got new tax policies. And one of the tax policies we can do is tax raises for offices. And I'm also going to do tax relief for high-density residential right now because I want people to move into those. So we're basically sort of robbing Peter to pay Paul with that, but I'm all for anything that's going to slow this down, and it worked. It is slowing down, we are beginning to stabilize. Holy crud, we got low. That's insane, but also look at how quickly we're gaining people now. Like, that's no joke. Oh, they're complaining about taxes now. Let's see, taxes are too high. Taxes are too high, nothing more descriptive than that. Okay, let's take a look at our taxes and see if we can bring it down just a little. Let's go down 1% and see if that makes... Yeah, see, that made all the difference for them. I'm good with cutting off 1% if it makes them happy. Oh, we are still losing money rather rapidly. That is not a good thing. Oh, we have a need for more offices, though, but they are beginning to build into those. Come on, guys. Stabilize, stabilize. Okay, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to put that back up to 13, because we're just not making it otherwise. I'm really not sure where we're losing all this money. It's kind of insane. I mean, the property values over here should be pretty good. Let's see. Commercial levels are mostly 3. Residential levels are very low. Oh, and the residents are complaining about taxes, and we are negative. Wow, that is insane. I did not expect this to happen at all. Let's see. Wow, they are really upset about the taxes. Let's bring the residential taxes down. Okay, they're happy again. We are still losing a ton of money, and we're just gaining people. I honestly do not understand what is going on here. Complaining about taxes over here too, so we'll just go ahead and lower those. Wow, this is really happening. I may end up having to take a loan because of how much money we're losing. Oh, it's coming back a little bit. Just a little bit. Things are starting to fill out. See, that's what I mean. I don't know what was holding us up. I don't know why we were just suddenly not growing anymore. Come on, you can do it. Spin this thing back around. We're only 3,000 negative. We can make it. We have a huge need for more industry. We have industry over here. I'm not sure why there's not more people moving into it. Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's because I built it around the outside instead of around the center, like I normally do. Could that really have that much of an effect on it, though? I am not entirely sure, but oh, that's the wrong zone. Don't want to spray that. Want to spray this. So I'm going ahead and spraying in the next ring of this... I'm going ahead and spraying in the next ring of this, I'm going ahead and spraying in the next ring of this office area. In fact, you know what? I think I'm just going to spray all the rings in. I mean, worst case, they don't get used, but at least they're there. Maybe that'll prompt some more growth. Yeah, so that should take care of our industry need very nicely. We are still negative. Come on, get back positive. I'm really not sure how this went so wrong. Let's see. Why are people unhappy? Oh, I know one reason why. Because this is still zoned as industrial. Let's get rid of that. We don't really need that. Alright, let's see how things go now. We are back in the positive, and we are gaining massive amounts of people. Very, very soon we will climb back to the 11,000 we originally had before all of this. So this actually took us negative. This is probably the biggest sort of bump in the road that I've hit with our city so far, but it looks like we're recovering very, very well. We're back up to making a lot of weekly income, and we're running into water issues. Oh, that's because things are growing now, so we need to actually fix our budgets. I'm gonna go ahead and bring those back up to 100 and hope that that does not sink us. Please don't sink us. Yay, it's not entirely sinking us just yet. Come on, come on, stabilize, stop going down. Stop going down. Just stabilize. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, oh, it's stabilized, and it flipped over. Okay, we are back in the positive, we are going up. Everything is looking good. Our city is now very much high density. We still need to change all that to high density, but we can do that in the next episode. Ironically, I did not use this area yet, but as our demand comes, we will also use that area. The nice thing is we can now complete this circle and just make it all residential, and it should grow out fairly... Oh, wow, we just popped the next... Hey, we popped the next benchmark, so apparently, even though I spiraled us into the massive negatives, it was the right thing to do? Yeah, I'm just misinterpreting that, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you want to be notified when the next one comes out, hit subscribe. Thank you for watching, and please game responsibly.